guys, what's up? Monday to 6 here, back with the 2004 Ford Sport Trac. And today we're going to be installing this 10-inch kicker competition subwoofer along with the wiring kit to go with it. Alright guys, hope you enjoy. Right, if you want to know where to buy these, there will be a link in the description. And if you want an amplifier, there will be a very comparable one in the description. Right, here's the amplifier kit. Comes with everything: power wire, ground wire, RCAs, inline fuse. Comes with everything you need to hook up the amplifier. Right, here's the box with the 10-inch kicker competition subwoofer, and it's already hooked up, and this box is made for the Sport Trac. Right, if we want to go ahead and start running some of the stuff for the amplifier, we're going to break out the RCAs here. We're going to go take out the radio bezel. We're going to plug these into the back, and we're going to run them through the cab to where we're going to be placing our amplifier. Okay, once you got those two screws removed, go ahead and take your plastic trim removal tool. Just put it behind here. Just pop this out. Go ahead. Gonna get to the back of the radio here in a second. Right. In the previous video, we went ahead and we attached the remote wire to the radio harness. We're going to go ahead and run that to the back. And if we come over here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to hook up our red and white RCA cables for the subwoofer. Right, now that we got the RCAs and the remote wire hooked up, we can go ahead and run them down here by the driver's steering wheel. And I'm going to be running it on the left side here. We're going to be running it down and over here by the floorboard. Okay, I went ahead and put the radio bezel back on. I have the RCAs and the remote wire going through, and have them ran down here, and I will start to run them behind the rubberized flooring. Right, went ahead and got the wires ran. Got them coming out right here. Right, let's come under here. Let's go look. Right, before we start messing with any of the power wires, we're going to go ahead and come over here and disconnect this negative battery cable. Alright, now that we have removed the negative battery terminal, we're going to go ahead and we're going to come over here to the amp kit. We're going to find that power wire. Alright, here's the power cable that we're going to be hooking up to the battery. But first, I'm going to show you where to run this through the firewall. We're going to go underneath where the steering wheel is. I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to run this. Alright, this is where we're going to be running our power cable through the firewall. We're going to come under here. You can see this is the hood cable, which you pull to open the hood. We're going to go ahead and take a razor blade, and we're going to cut a small X into that rubber, so we're able to run the amp power cable through it. You can go ahead and remove the grommet if you want to, and they make it a little easier to put an X in that rubber to run the cable through. Right. Went ahead and put an X in it. It's not too pretty, but it's going to do the job. Alright, got the end of the amplifier power cable. I'm going to go ahead and run it into the X that I cut out of that grommet and run it through the firewall. Okay, went ahead and got a pretty good amount of cable through the grommet into the firewall, so we're going to go under there and see if we can pull the rest of it up to the battery. Okay, so you can see the brake booster right here pretty much comes right underneath it. So I'm going to go ahead and reach my hand down there, grab it, pretty much snake it nice and neat, and we're going to run it up here by the battery. Okay, got the power wire here dressed up by the positive on the battery. Got it snaked over here, and we'll have it running through the firewall. Gonna have to put the inline fuse in. I think it'll look good, you know, pretty much right here. So I'm going to show you how to do that next, and we'll go ahead and just hook this up. Alright, looks like a good place to cut the amp cable here. I'm going to go ahead and grab my cutters right here. I'm just going to cut all the way through the cable. Alright, went ahead and cut the cable. Now I'm going to grab my razor blade. If you want to use a pair of strippers or any other safe way to strip this wire, I'm going to strip it about a ½ an inch back. I'm going to take the insulation off so it's just bare wire on both sides. Okay, now that I got both ends stripped, I'm going to go ahead and take my inline fuse. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to insert the stripped wire into one side of this terminal and the other side to this side. So you got both sides in, you're going to go ahead and take an Allen wrench. You're going to tighten up the terminals on both sides so they're nice and tight. Everything tight and snugged up. Go ahead and put the inline fuse cover on. Alright. Right. We got the cable sitting over here by their battery terminal. Got it dressed in pretty nice. Going all the way through the firewall. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to run the power cable, the RCA cables, and the remote wire all the way to the back where the amplifier is. Right. We got the power cable coming through the grommet. We're going to go ahead and we're going to run this power wire. We're going to dress it in nice and neat. Up here we have the RCA cables and the remote wire, and we're all going to run them over here by the door sill towards the back. Went ahead, ran the power wire underneath the rubberized flooring. Got it ran down here by the door sill. Down here by the back. Next we're going to go ahead, we're going to run it up here. Right through here. Right, we're going to put the amplifier. Alright. Went ahead and grabbed the ground cable for the amplifier. Going to go ahead, peel back this plastic here. Like I said, it looks like we found at least two grounding spots here. We're going to go ahead and remove this nut, and behind it, it's still painted. We're going to have to scuff it to bare metal so the ground cable gets a good ground connection. Right, now that we got that bolt removed, we're going to go ahead and we're going to scuff that area up. Now that we got that area down to bare metal, I'm going to go ahead and hook up the ground cable and tighten the bolt. Okay, we got a good solid ground connection. We're going to go ahead and just run that down here where the rest of our amplifier cables go. Alright, this is the amplifier I'm going to be using. It's a older MTX Audio 750 amp. I'm just going to go ahead and hook everything up as it calls out here on the amplifier. I will put a very comparable amplifier down in the description if you're looking for one. Okay, went ahead and got everything hooked up to the amplifier. Got the ground, the power, the remote, and the red and black wire that will plug into the subwoofer. I have it ran here for now. I'm going to run it over here, and I'm going to run it down to the subwoofer. Got the subwoofer wires running all the way across the back. Got it down here. I got them coming out here. I can go ahead and I can cut the ends of them, go ahead and plug it into the back of the subwoofer box. Alright, got the subwoofer box pulled up here. Went ahead and unscrewed the terminals. Going to go ahead and strip the wires here to bare cable. Go ahead, insert them, and then turn the knobs down so the connections are nice and tight. Go ahead and put the wires on. Terminals are nice and tight. I'm going to go ahead and put the subwoofer back underneath the seat. Alright, now we got everything hooked up to the amplifier and the subwoofer. We're going to go ahead, we're going to connect the positive, and then we're going to go ahead and reconnect the negative, and we should have power to everything. Alright, went ahead and got the subwoofer pulled out from the bottom of the seat. Going to go ahead and play one of my videos here so you can see a little bit of the subwoofer working. Pretty good. Definitely a nice upgrade for the Sport Trac. And to get it out of the way, just like slide it underneath, and it disappears. Man, it sounds good. Nice upgrade. Alright guys, if you want a little bit more thump in your truck, just go ahead and click the links below. They will have the subwoofer, the amplifier kit, and a very comparable amplifier if you want to do this to your Sport Trac. Alright you guys, hope you enjoyed. Monday to 6, out.